Welcome to Micro Hideout. Have a look at this. We're here on the third and final map for the Micro map show match between Corvinus and Lash. The score is currently 1-1. And we're on Micro Hideout. Have a look at this. This is actually pretty crazy because there's not a lot of distance here between players. Which means I think we could be seeing chop throughs. You know, there's really not a lot of space you need to chop through here. I mean, we see chop throughs happening on a regular hideout, and regular hideout is like, what, 4 times the size of this. So, I have a feeling we're going to be seeing some chop throughs here, because Corvinus, he's playing as the Roos, and Lash, he's going to be playing as the Deli. We're most likely going to be seeing the chop through from the Roos, I would expect. I mean, you know, they've got their wood chopping bonus, so, well, it's a wood drop-off bonus. But they're usually the ones chopping away at the wood. You know, they can, they love making their archers, so they're going to be using a lot of wood. But we have a look around the map here. We see both players trying to take away at the deer here. We got 4 deer patches on this map. You see there? 4 deer patches. We've got quite a bit of boar as well, so Corvinus should be able to get some decent bounty on this map, especially as the fact Lash has only opened up with the 1 scout. Whereas Corvinus, he's opened up with 2. So it looks like he should be able to secure up the rest of this deer. He's already gathered up a couple deer patches. Let's have a look at his vision right now. Also, this hunting cabin, actually not as high as I thought it would be. But the reason I think he's built it here is because he's saving room here for the high trade house. I think that is the game plan from him. As, I mean, yeah, high trade house here will be absolutely huge. But yeah. This is the third and final game in this series for the Micro Map show match. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed this series. If you haven't caught the other 2 games, we've had Micro Arabia and Micro Black Forest. So do check those out if you haven't. And if you did enjoy them, then maybe consider subscribing if you haven't, because it would mean a lot. You know, just try and... you know, so we can make more content like this, because this has been super fun to do. I've made all the maps, which is, it's been quite a bit of effort, but I gotta say, it's been worth it. We've had some really good games here on these micro maps, and hopefully you guys will enjoy playing them as well, as they are available to everyone on the mod store. But Corvinus, he's going to be going up with the Kremlin on the left-hand side here. Going to be able to secure up the boar, as well as the deer patch. There's some really nice food sources for him. Lash, what is he trying to do here with his scout? He needs to be super careful here, not to lose out on that scout. It's going to be a close one, but it looks like he's going to be able to escape the boar. Not going to be able to take another hit onto that scout. But Lash, he's going to be edging up here with the Tower of Victory. I like this a lot. Definitely makes sense on this map. You know, you're not really going to be making mass scholars here for sacred sites, right? We'll have to see, though. We'll have to see. But Lash, he's looking to pull the ball now onto Corvinus's villagers. Corvinus, he's just going in now for the ball. Really smart decision. Just, you know, he's gonna want this ball anyway. If anything, Lash has done him a bit of a favor here, bringing it right towards him. And this villager may be going down here. 4 HP left on him. Lash understands, though, his scout sitting on 24 HP isn't going to be able to commit to that without the villagers or the scouts jumping on top of him. So Lash, it looks like it is going to have to fall back. If anything, he just helps out Corvinus there. So a little bit of a feels bad, but not the end of the world. But if you guys do want to see more maps like this, then, you know, any map creators out there, if you're interested in making a map like this yourself, and, you know, I'll happily feature it here on the channel. So, you know, go ahead and make your craziest inventions, because I will happily make some more show matches out of it. So, you know, send them my way. Send them my way. It looks like Corvinus now. It's going for a lumber camp here, next to the Kremlin. Makes a lot of sense, right? Because you want to be making use of the Kremlin bonus. Looks like Lash is about to have his age up come through. The first scholar is on the way. Age up does come through. I wonder what Lash's game plan here is. I mean, I'd assume it's going to be sanctities. I mean, I assume he cancelled piety, right? And he just queue up sanctity. Yeah, Yeah, there we go. So we're going to be doing that. And then I would assume... It's tricky, though. We see Lash is going to be going for some walls over here. I feel like it's almost impossible to grab this sacred site. Lash going to be cancelling the walls, though. Yeah, oh, Lash. I feel like that's a little bit greedy. That seems a little bit greedy. He's going to be falling back. Corvinus trying to pull the boar on him. Oh, man. I've got to say, the boars in these micro games have been absolutely crazy. Just because... They're just so much closer to people's bases and where people want to be building stuff, which I find hilarious. But we see here Corvinus going to be pulling the militia. Going to be calling just a couple of them, and it looks like a villager will be going down. More militia going to get called here. Lash going to have to retreat back here. Corvinus may find this villager killed, as we do see militia have a much higher movement speed than a villager. The Lash needs to be careful. Spears coming out from him now. Has a scholar inside, so going to be boosting up that production speed. I've got to say, I think maybe this is something that's really good about the Delhi on a micro map. So I was trying to think, like, what's good about the Delhi on a map like this? But having the ability to stick a scholar inside a barracks to have extra production speed is pretty huge. I mean, 7 seconds for a spear is pretty crazy. You know, you're not having to invest into more production. It's the same reason I think Chinese is going to be a good civilization on a map like this. Obviously, you don't have a lot of space, and you kind of want space as a Chinese. But, you know, you can, if need be, boost up production. So I think that's something that they have going for them. We see Lash going to be taking this engagement here. TC Fire should be able to clean up those militia. And now Lash starting to build up a real mass of spears. But Corvinus, we see, he's already walled this one up. Going to be burning down this wall. Unfortunately for Lash, isn't going to be able to secure up the sacred site. Okay, he can't build there. So, look, I'm no professional map maker, okay? So, it looks like there's a gap here, but I promise you there is no gap. Okay? I'm not sure if there's actually a way we can look at it. It's not. So basically, I haven't positioned these perfectly. These are meant to go a little bit closer, but, you know, this is properly walled up, okay? So, that's all we really need to know. Lash trying to go for a bit of a gate, but that boar does threaten Lash a little bit, so it does need to be careful. For Corvinus, he's got enough to wage up now. Is it going to be the high trade house? Yes, it is. Have a look at that. I just know exactly... I know exactly what's going on in this game with Corvinus. Yeah, it just makes so much sense, right? It's a perfect position for it. What are we thinking? How much... I'd love to see what his bounties are. I'd assume it would be tier 1. I don't see him getting tier 2 here. So, what do we think? I'm thinking probably like 201. That's my guess. 201 on this high trade house. We'll have to see those. Lash, he's looking to stick it out a little bit more in the feudal age. He's now starting to make some archers. Does have the Tower Victory in here, obviously, as well, giving the extra plus 20% attack speed. So, you know, it makes sense to stick it out in H2 a little bit longer. You know, maybe try and put on a little bit of damage, but Corvinus, you know, he's now aged up. Oh my goodness, that is crazy. That is crazy. 241 gold. How many relics is that? That's like 3 relics. But yeah, that is the equivalent of 3 relics. And I mean, Corvinus, you know, he still has 2 relics in the base as well he can look to pick up if he so wishes to. So Corvinus, you know, you're going to be feeling pretty happy about this high trade house. And obviously, it's a food source as well, which means, you know, less farms. So yeah, honestly, Corvinus is looking in a really, really good spot for the time being. Lash, we see, does have to re-wall over here, as this palisade wall is going to be going down. Sacred site is captured up for Lash, though. And have a look at this. So a fun fact about the sacred sites is that there's like a whole tower. There's like a whole sacred tower, and this is just like the very top of it. And for some reason, we don't see a lot of it, so I thought I'd position it a little bit higher. You can have like a whole cool tower, though, with the sacred site. But obviously then units, you can't see them because they're like inside the tower. But anyway, that's your fun little fact of the day. Sacred sites have a lot more to them than just the top. Lash, he tried to get up a bit of a wall here. Did lose it to the MrMerlin, though. Honestly, if I'm him, I just rush up the palisade wall. So it looks like Corvinus is now looking to go into some men-at-arms. So looking to do the same thing that Lash did to him last game. Corvinus does have down his monastery, so maybe looking to pick up the last remaining relics as well as the sacred site. Still a lot of gold income that he can look to pick up here with, you know, 160 from relics and then an extra 100 from the sacred site. So you could be matching your high trade house here, which is pretty huge. You know, 500 passive gold a minute is definitely something to, you know, it's something to be happy about. But Corvinus is really looking to put on the pressure now. Lash, unfortunately, isn't going to be able to make full use of his deer over here. Has gathered from quite a lot of it, though. Trying to keep this wall alive now with his villagers. I mean, there are no rules in this, by the way, to stop stone walls. So Lash at the moment is gathering from stone. So honestly, if I'm him, you know, delete this palisade wall. Just go for a stone wall. Just stone wall this up. I mean, Corvinus can still look to chop through. But, you know, building a stone wall is already a great step. What we have to see is now Lash, he's looking to age up. Compound of the defender coming through. Going to be decreasing everything to do with stone. So maybe when the age up comes through, we see a keep drop, possibly. They do still have quite a few villagers out here on the stone. I mean, walls also do get discounted, so maybe a nice little wall across here could be nice as well. As Corvinus picking up a third relic right here. Corvinus' gold income this game is absolutely crazy. I mean, he's only got access to... I know he does have access to 2 gold mines. So, yeah, I mean, Corvinus this game looking pretty strong so far. But Lash, you know, he's about to have an age up through. And... oh my goodness, look at this from Lash. He's doing it. He's doing the chop through. And he went up with the compound of the defender. Is he looking to do a keep drop onto Salami? Oh, this could be huge. I mean, if he can get a really good keep, like right here maybe, or maybe like, yeah, I feel like right. I mean, you could probably drop it here, to be honest. If you can get a good one down, that could be a game-winning. Corvinus, you know, Lash needs to get to that point now because Corvinus is pushing in here. 12 militia have been called, 7 men-at-arms in here. Corvinus doesn't have any blacksmith upgrades, but in saying that, neither does Lash. So, you know, he's going to be under some pressure here. Corvinus now looking to dive underneath that TC, it seems. Maybe looking to try and siege down the compound of the defender here. Boiling oil is coming through on that landmark. Villagers maybe going down here for Lash. We see Lash. He's down by quite a few builds. He's lost 7 this game, which is quite a significant amount. He's going to be taking this fight here against the militia. Something you really don't want to be doing if you're losing out on some army. Because these guys, you know, they don't last that long. So try and just avoid fights with these guys for as long as possible. So you do see that Lash is going to be losing a large... he's going to be losing a large amount of his army for that. Oh, look at it. Oh, my goodness. Does Corvinus know? He doesn't know. Oh my goodness, this is so smart out of Lash. And Corvinus is oh, he's not going to see it coming. He's not going to see it coming. This one tree is the line of sight difference right there. But Corvinus. Oh my, we got a Spaskine tower drop. Oh, we got 29 villagers. And Lash is now going for the stone wall. Is he going to get it up in time though? And then we see the Spaskine tower going down. Corvinus trying to get through. Is he going to get through? He gets through. He gets through. The villagers are through. There's Spaskine tower. Oh my goodness. Corvinus, he's through with the men-at-arms as well. Oh no, this is terrible for Lash. Spaskine tower being dropped here with so many villagers. Corvinus looking in such a good position. Lash, he doesn't have anything to deal with this. He's got a siege workshop being dropped down now, but he's not going to have any siege down to siege this while it's being constructed for that ×3 bonus damage. But I mean, at least he does have a siege workshop down. And as we see, that keep does get up so many dead bills right there. Well, I say so many. He's lost 4. But it's pushed Corvinus away from this wood line, which he's had to reposition his whole economy. Wait, in saying that, most of his economy is over here on the Spaskine tower. So, I mean, yeah, Corvinus is just going to be reallocating his villagers over to the right-hand side here on the wood line. But Lash is looking to continue to chop through here. Is he just going for like a landmark victory? I mean, Lash is going to be losing his first landmark. He's just pumping out the trebuchets. We see 2 trebuchets in the queue right here. Oh, I feel like you could do this. You know, you got to keep here. town center, high trade house, Kremlin. You know, Trebuchet sitting here. Let's see if Lash can actually spot. He can see all the landmarks. He can Trebuchet down all 3 of these. The question is, will he be able to take out the Spaskayan Tower? That's going to be the tricky one, especially now with Corvinus dropping down double siege workshop. I'm sure we'll see some Trebuchets of his own on the way. Maybe even Rams. Maybe even a Mangan. Oh, I mean, he could probably yeah, Bombard. Bombard is going to be the way here for him. But Corvinus, you know, is missing out on quite a bit of his economy right now with this high trade house being denied out. I've got to say, I am loving these micro maps. They've been absolutely crazy. I think this is going to be one of the best games yet. I really do think it is. Oh, man. Lash. He's up to 2 trebuchets now. He's through with the villagers. What's he looking to do here with this? Is he looking to just burn it down with the villagers, maybe? Yeah, there it is. Oh, okay. So, I mean, we do have a springwood emplacement through on this wooden fortress. Lash does have through his textiles, but I mean, he's still going to be missing out on a lot of... I feel like you want to be keeping these alive and just chop wood with them. You know, these villagers, they don't do a lot of damage, really. So just having trebuchets do all the damage for you from a range is probably the better idea. But I mean, you know, you got to do this fast as Corvinus, you know, is really looking to put up the pressure now. We see double. Oh, actually, I take that back. We see the single bombard, but a huge amount of army here, just slowly pushing into Lash's base. Corvinus calling in some militia here. Lash should be able to hold this. See, keep continuing that boiling oil. Should come in handy if he needs it. Lash up to 3 trebuchets, 4th one in the queue. He's currently population capped though. Have a look at this. He's only got 30 population room. 20 now. Oh god, this is looking rough, and we got a springled out for Corvinus here. He's got the upgrades as well. Roller shutter triggers. Obviously, he doesn't have access to the upgrade from the high armory because he didn't go up with that landmark, but you know, he still has access to the roller shutter triggers, which he does have. And that's going to be giving the majority of the range here as Lash double. Oh, loses out on a trebuchet. Unfortunate for him there, but still has 2 of them alive. 3rd one coming out from the siege workshop. That Kremlin under a lot of pressure right now. Vils taking down the town center here. Have a look at that. It does look like Lash will be losing them all, though. He's down to 9 villagers, 8 military. This is really an all-in from Lash right now. But Corvinus, I mean, he's got so many resources in the bank. He's got elite upgrades in now on his men-at-arms. Elite men-at-arms is absolutely huge for him. He's also got the men-at-arm. 5 rams. Has he got, he doesn't have lightweight, oh god, I can't speak. Lightweight beams. But I don't think he's going to need it. I mean, he's just able to do so much damage like this. Lash, he's down to 2 trebuchets. Does take out the Kremlin. Does take out the high trade house. It's just the town center on a little bit of HP in the Spaskayan Tower left. But the question is that going to be enough? As now Corvinus, he's down to taking out the last landmark. Oh boy. I mean, Lash, he's down to 0 economy. It's actually impossible for Lash to come back into this game without a landmark snipe because he's on... Oh, man. He's on 0 economy and he doesn't have a town center, which means it is impossible for him to make any villages. Which... That's kind of funny. And now Corvinus, he's pulling in the vills. He's pulling all the vills. Have a look at that. Just taking out all of the battering rams. And now... Or pulling in all of the villages to take out the trebuchets. And now Corvinus... He's pulling in the rams to take out the keep. Lash, he's down to the last 2 military. He's got two scholars sitting inside of the keep. But boiling oil, 33 seconds away. I mean, yeah, I don't think that's going to be happening. I don't think 2 arms is going to be enough to take out the trebuchet and the Spaskayan Tower for some reason. And there it is. The keep goes down. Lash going to be losing out on the last 2 military. And with that, GG gets called. Corvinus going to be taking the micro map show match 2-1 here. With the final game here being on Highview. Or not Highview, Hideout, sorry. What a crazy show match that was. If you did enjoy this, please do feel free to leave a like. Consider subscribing. And I'll catch you guys in the next one.